Hello, my name is Francisca, and today I'm going to speak about vocal cool down exercises. So, if you've been singing for a long time, if you have a show, you're at a gig, and you've been singing for a long time, a lot of singers at the end of the night, because of the environment that you may be in, if you're in a nightclub or in a club or restaurants, sometimes it's very difficult as a vocalist to hear yourself on stage unless you use in-ears. But if you're not using in-ears and you're just relying on the monitors, sometimes it's very difficult to hear yourself. So at times, singers tend to overcompensate and they sing louder. And when they're singing louder, they start pushing their vocal cords, and they don't realize the damage that they're doing until the gig is over. So, as with anything, you should always make sure that you do warm up before your show, a good 10-15 minutes, whatever is comfortable for you. I always suggest to my students, as I have some vocal exercises on my phone that I can warm up as I'm driving to the venue, and I warm up in the car. And it's just a series of lip trills, tongue trills, going through vowels, and then a series of other exercises which I show my students in all my lessons. So, in speaking about the cool down exercises, you want to think of your voice as being an athlete. Okay, so you want to train that voice every day with proper vocal technique, and you also want to train it in cooling down. So once you've finished your show, or if you finish singing, you've been singing for a long time, it doesn't have to be at a gig or something like that. But when you're finished, there are 3 exercises that I'm going to show you that you can do. Now, I have a little bit of a cold, as you can probably hear. So if you are very, very sick, I suggest you don't sing. But if you are kind of sniffly like I am right now, you can still get through and sing. So what I like to do is, the first exercise I'm going to show you is what I like to call the Siren Whales. So all we're going to do is you go from your highest note. Now, again, don't go crazy. Don't go up and sing a really high C. Remember, this is a cool down, okay? Because a lot of times after you finish singing, when you've been singing for a long time, you get a little hoarse if you've been pushing. So it doesn't have to be super high, okay? So I'm just going to go from the E above high C. Now, you want to do this on an R or an air. I'm going to do it on an R because it is a more open vowel. And we're going to slide down the octave and go down by half steps each time, okay? So you take your breath. And breathe. And you would keep going all the way down. I just got to the C sharp. And you would keep that very, very light, exactly how I was just doing. Remember, it is a cool down. So you want to really relax those chords after singing for a very long time. The other one I like to do is a very similar sound. You're still using the Siren Whales, but you're staying a little closer. You're just using 5 notes. So being that we did the R, let's do it on air. Going from the E. And you would just keep going down those chords all the way down. Now, another one, and my absolute favorite, and I love this one for warming up as well, and it's just the bubble trills, okay? Now, you can use your fingers here if you need to control the bubble, because sometimes it does get away from us. So if you need to, you just press where you can feel the gap in your cheeks. You can push your lips forward and be able to do the bubble sound. Now remember, these are very, very soft. We're going to go from the F below middle C, this pattern. I'm going to sing it for you a cappella so you can hear it while I'm using my fingers on my cheeks. And then you would go up the half step. And again, these are, as I said, they're very soft. It's just meant to be for a cool down. 10 to 15 minutes, as much as you need, so that your voice comes back to normal. and you're able to feel comfortable again and you're not feeling hoarse. I hope you've enjoyed those 3 little tips. If you are interested in taking singing lessons with me, I teach all levels and all styles, from beginners to advanced and to professionals. So please feel free to check out my Take Lessons page, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.